What's up, Starcraft fans? Blizzard has announced a new co-op commander with Arcturus Mengsk, one of the classic Starcraft 1 characters. So, you might have remembered a couple weeks ago I asked you guys in my community post if you guys wanted me to keep buying new co-op commanders because I'm still not okay with that Hong Kong thing, and even though Blizzard apologized at BlizzCon, I for one am kind of not convinced. It kind of sounded like a whole lot of nothing. But anyway, I'm gonna ask you guys once again: should I buy Commander Mengsk? It's a bit of a decision for me because usually new commander videos are my my highest revenue generators for my whole channel. And remember, I'm donating my entire November and December earnings from YouTube toward teamtrees.org, or if you have a different suggestion for how to fight climate change, let me know that as well. So yes, I'm in a bit of a dilemma. So the plan is that I will buy the Mengsk commander. However, all my proceeds, all my YouTube revenue will go towards fighting climate change. So while you guys make that decision, let me go through the the lore they added for Commander Mengsk, or Commander Arcturus, I should say. I wonder if Valerian will have, or Valerian and Donny Vermilion will have different lines for Arcturus. Arcturus Mengsk is asking every able-bodied citizen to commit themselves completely to the defense of all that we hold dear. For some time, our beautiful worlds have been under attack from enemies at all sides. The Zerg vermin that want to consume us, the invading Protoss who serve their own sinister alien agenda, and worst of all, the human traitors who have cast their lot with anti-Dominion terrorists. While those threats will be dealt with in time, for now we must focus our efforts on rooting out the true enemy that lurks in the shadows. Though, it kind of implies that all the rest are fake enemies, right? Your time to show your complete and total dedication to the Dominion and your Emperor is at hand. Glory awaits. By the way, if you haven't noticed, I have the Nilfgaardian music playing in the background for Witcher 3. I think it's fitting. Control the battle with an iron fist as Arcturus Mengsk, the newest co-op commander for Starcraft 2. Using conscripted laborers and troops, Mengsk can put immediate pressure on his enemies and cement his power in the early game. Nice, early game, I like that. Long-range artillery and inspirational broadcasts help Mengsk project his force. I like how inspirational is in quotes. Project his force across the battlefield, and his elite Royal Guard units grow in strength as they gain experience from battle. So it's like the Haka? Kind of like the Hakas? Enhancing their ability to serve their Emperor. Feed an endless stream of cheap laborers, so it's like Stukov as well. Feed an endless stream of cheap laborers into the meat grinder, softening your enemies for your Royal Guard to go in for the kill. When a fallen trooper drops their weapon upon their death, another will pick it up and resume the inexorable march toward victory. Instead of energy, Mengsk uses a resource called Imperial Mandate, which you generate by training and ranking up the Royal Guard, so no stat synergy here. Alternatively, Mengsk's Imperial Witness can broadcast a message of indoctrination, which instills loyalty to Mengsk in your troopers, in turn generating even more Imperial Mandate. Ooh, okay. And as his Imperial Mandate grows, Mengsk gets access to even more powerful and controversial abilities. Very, very on brand for Mengsk. Should the need arise, Mengsk can unleash nuclear annihilation on his forces. Of course, all Terrans, well, almost all Terrans, have a nuke ability. Raining atomic bombs on the battlefield, leaving nothing but ashes. Bombs. Plural. Bombs. Interesting. Arcturus Mengsk, Emperor of the Dominion, recommended for experienced players. Conscript a large, disposable army of Dominion troopers. Control and level up the Royal Guard, your personal elite fighting force. So he has Dominion Laborer, Basic Worker Unit, okay. Dominion Trooper, can switch to a laborer suit. So apparently, his basic troopers are basically militia. So they can switch between worker and militia mode. That'll be interesting. That'll be like the worker rally or something. Imperial Intercessor. Air transport. So it's a medevac. Heals nearby biological units. Can use ignite afterburners. Okay. Imperial Witness. Aerial support unit. Can use enable Patriot mode to indoctrinate nearby allies. I wonder if it means mind controlling. Interesting. Aegis Guard. Royal Guard Heavy Assault Infantry. So it's a marauder. Okay, this is one of the Royal Guard. Interesting. Emperor's Shadow, Royal Guard Specialist. Can use Pyrokinetic Immolation, EMP Blast. So it's like Snipe and EMP, okay. Or Spectre. Maybe it's a Spectre. Tactical Missiles built at the Royal Academy. It sure looks like a ghost though. Pyrokinetic Immolation, kinda sounds like Mind Blast. Shock Division, Royal Guard Heavy Tank. Can switch it to Siege mode and provide long-range artillery support. Okay. Black Hammer. Royal Guard Heavy Assault Mech can use Overwatch mode. Wow, the shameless plug, guys. Sky Fury. Durable Royal Guard Support Flyer. Loaded with strong capital anti-air missiles. Okay, so this is for Sky Terran. Can switch into Assault mode to attack ground units. And we have the Pride of Augustgrad. Basically a battlecruiser. I wonder if this is better than Rainer's battlecruisers. And if this is massable. Law and Order is level 1, so conscripts Dominion laborers instead of SCVs to work, and Dominion troopers instead of Marines. His Royal Guardians can level up, gaining new abilities and improvements to existing abilities. Cool. Expanded Arsenal. So troopers can equip flamethrowers and rocket launchers. Cool. Earth Splitter Ordnance. Randomly bombards an enemy target location, or randomly bombards near a target location, dealing damage to ground units in an area. Enables contaminated strike from the top panel. I heard this is like the bio launcher, so Arcturus will kind of have a bio launcher of his own. Okay. Contaminated strike unlocks the ability to launch experimental payloads fired from your Earth Splitter Ordnance randomly near a target area. Activate contaminated strike from the top panel. It's the top bar. Unquestioned Authority. Imperial Mandate generates more quickly based on the supply count and ranks of your Royal Guard. Okay, so the more Royal Guard I have, the more Imperial Mandate I get. That's a synergy. Self-synergy. Intra-commander synergy. Indoctrinated laborers and troopers increase Imperial Mandate generation. Okay, so I can definitely play Stukov style, since the laborers and troopers themselves increase the Imperial Mandate. Unlocks Amplified Airwaves upgrade, which doubles Imperial Mandate generation from indoctrinated laborers and troopers. Fusion Core. Wow, that's a high level upgrade. Upgrade Cache, or Engineering Bay Upgrade Cache, allows laborers and troopers to switch modes directly on the battlefield. So this is a level 6 upgrade. Only at level 6 will you be allowed to get the upgrade to switch laborers into troopers and vice versa. Increase the range of units with the supply bunkers. Supply bunkers? Supply bunkers! So his supply depots are bunkers? That looks really cool. Increases the range of Earth Splitter's Ordnance bombardment ability by 10. So it's bio launcher. It is bio launcher. Dogs of War now deploys additional Ulisks and Ultralisks at higher Imperial Mandate levels. Interesting. Dogs of War. I think this is his top part, which basically is Unleash the Zerg or something. Primary Royal Guard upgrade cache. Aegis Guard can slow enemy units, so it's basically concussive shells. Allows Shock Division and Siege mode to fire at enemy air units while picked up by an Imperial so Tankovacs can shoot air. That sounds cool. So first of all, Arcturus has Tankovacs, so he can pick up his siege tanks, sieged up by the Imperial Intercessor or Medevacs, I can see a potential for clunky mechanics here, because while GSL players can definitely pick up the siege tanks very effectively with their medevacs, I wonder how regular co-op players like you and me can pick them up. Oh, increases the movement speed of Sky Furies. Okay, so faster Vikings. Cool. Black Hammer. I'm curious how the Black Hammer will work out. I wonder if it's better than a Thor. Also, I'm worried that without splash damage, the Black Hammer will suffer from the same weaknesses as the regular Thor, because splash damage is what makes us very effective in co-op. Either splash damage, really high attack speed, or basically free units. That's how you succeed in co-op as a unit. Nuclear Annihilation unlocks the ability to call out a rain of tactical missiles followed by a nuclear missile. Okay. I thought atomic bombs, multiple, plural, but tactical missiles followed by a nuclear missile. So there's only one nuclear missile. Okay. Another top bar. Contaminated Strike now fears enemy units upon impact, causing them to run around in panic. So there's fear. Arcturus has fear. That's interesting and very on brand, I might add. Pride of Augustgrad. Powerful Royal Guard warship, well, time will tell, can use the Yamato cannon and tactical jump, built from the starport. Complete Annihilation. Increased the number. Increases or increased? Yeah, all of these are in present tense. This one is in past tense. Weird. Increases the number of tactical missiles dropped by nuclear annihilation from 20 to 40. Okay, so it's like solo bombardment with a nuke. Okay, it's solo bombard with a nuke. Well, except it's 40 rather than 400. Allows Emperor's Shadows to fire tactical missiles strikes without channeling. Okay, so faster deploy or something. Okay. Black Hammers grant 3 armor. That's aberrations. He has aberrations too. Pride of Augustgrad grants +1 attack range to nearby. Yeah, it's self synergy here. Okay, it looks like we will benefit from having multiple types of units at the same time. Wow, such an interesting upgrade locked behind level 15. Promotion granted. Royal Guard units now attain Veterancy rank 3, gaining the following abilities. Aegis Guard can greatly increase their attack speed. Wow. Emperor Shadow's pyrokinetic impulsion causes an explosion when the target dies. Units take feedback damage from Emperor. Wow, EMP does feedback as well. It's like the Ghost and the High Templar in one unit, and it's funny because Ghost and High Templar usually fight against each other. And it's literally EMP versus feedback. That's funny. Increases the shock division attack. Whoa! Increases the shock division attack area of effect radius in siege mode. Wow, more AoE is always good. I like that. Increases the attack speed of Black Hammers in Overwatch mode. Okay, I wonder how fast attack speed is. Grants Sky Furies with a chance to evade enemy attacks in fighter mode. Okay. Allows the Pride of Augustgrad Yamato cannon to fire 3 times in rapid triple tap. Triple tap Yamato. That's incredible. That sounds really. That's something I can do on my level 90 video. If I ever choose to purchase Arcturus Mengsk. Design philosophy. As one of the most iconic characters in Starcraft lore, our goal with Mengsk was to capture the duplicity and ruthlessness he's displayed throughout his lifetime in the franchise. Though Mengsk talks a big game about unity and the common good, it is merely a ruse, meant to get the common people to do his bidding. We believe this is best captured by the cost of trooper weapons, which are significantly more expensive than the troopers themselves. This, combined with the mechanic of troopers being able to pick up dropped weapons, helps demonstrate that Mengsk doesn't really care about his people. It's their expensive weaponry is what he values. Okay, there's a bit of a grammatical error here. Either they should delete its, or they should delete is. Okay. Meanwhile, Mengsk also has an upper echelon of elite soldiers he keeps close to his chest, the Royal Guard. who rank up and grow more powerful with experience. Because troopers have high mineral costs and royal guards have high gas costs, these two classes are designed to be used together. Okay, that I can see that, and are more effectively utilized by players who can control them in tandem. That is true, but for non-mutations, I can see this definitely working out. But for mutations, I can definitely see players like myself focusing on a single type of unit, just to have fewer things to have to focus on, especially with this week's mutation, Void Rifts. As the head of the most prominent Bastion Terran military power in the Koprulu sector, we felt Mengsk was best suited to embody the iconic real-time strategy concept of an entrenched commander who plays to win at all costs, with mechanics like picking up weapons, fighting within bunkers, ranking up, and artillery. Okay. Co-op commanders in the past have traditionally relied on either powerful heroic units or impactful cooldowns to defend early waves. To change up the formula within Mengsk, we borrowed two ideas from Warcraft 3. Well, I don't really play Warcraft 3, so I don't really know. Humans' Peasant Call to Arms ability, which inspired the Minions' Laborers' Call to Arms, and the Orc Burrows Battle Station ability, was translated into Mengsk's play bunkers. With these two abilities combined, we feel we provided players with powerful tools to defend initial waves with workers alone. Cool! At the same time, and reinforcing the gameplay fantasy we're going for. Alright, so you guys had a lot of comments and questions last week. Let's get to them. Shoots asks if Abathur, or if one base Abathur is the optimal set for last week's mutation. It's not necessarily the strongest, but it is kind of all you need for last week's mutation, since lock and load tends to be a fast map, so you don't really need the power of Abathur's economy. Also, I do these videos at 2 AM, so I kind of the less things I have to do, the better. Morgomir says that nuclear power is probably the cleanest and safest source of energy. I don't necessarily agree with the cleanest, since there is still nuclear waste compared to things like solar, but I agree that it's relatively safer and cleaner than most, especially fossil fuels. It is a little disappointing that the Chernobyl accident had to happen just when my country, the Philippines, was working on a nuclear power plant. Since then, the plant was never put into operation, and we've been chiefly relying on fossil fuels ever since. I really hope more people get around to using nuclear energy because it is still less deadly than fossil fuels. I know that nuclear energy is susceptible to nuclear accidents, but it is still more clean. It is still way cleaner than fossil fuels and causes fewer deaths due to pollution and also climate change. Finn asks who the strongest commander is. It depends. For solo mission runs, Abathur tends to outperform everyone because there is no one to steal biomass from his toxic nest in solo runs. And he can easily plan out his openers to get his omnipresent and heroic brulisks really early on. Though other commanders fare in other respects, for example Zeratul vs Kaitaran. Anyway, thank you all for your comments. I read them all each week, including the critical ones. Please join my Discord group linked down below if you want to chat more or appear in one of my videos. Also, please vote on the weekly mutation polls linked in the comments below. If you want to help support the channel, you can become a Patreon supporter if you click the link on the top right of the screen. Any support will immediately give you preferred status for content suggestions. If you have any more questions, ideas, and feedback, please leave them as comments down below, and I will do my best to respond next week. See you!